Our first team this evening works to build and expand more accessible, inclusive, and resilient housing markets. Most of these systems for low-income households. So please welcome from Habitat for Humanity International, Terwilliger Center for Innovative Shelter.
Junior has just found out that her son has met a girl he wants to marry. Junior is overjoyed at the thought that she could see her grandchildren grow up in her home. She has spent more than 10 years building her house incrementally in a process that looks like this, with her own savings. To accommodate her son's family, she will need to add a second floor to her house. But there is a problem. The foundation is showing cracks because sea sand was used in mixing concrete. With climate change, her house is prone to damage by cyclones, and because her walls were never waterproofed, the steel reinforcements are corroded. Junior does not have access to electric or grid, and she often relies on the community latrine that is poorly kept and requires a user fee. So she has to wait until the night to defecate in the open. Junior is heartbroken because she might not see her grandchildren grow up in her home.
So Junior lives in a house that it takes too long to build, at a high cost, and still doesn't meet her expectations. This is a story of 1.6 billion people around the world, and we cannot build our way out of this problem. Junior and families like her rely on their own money to build their home. But housing firms with quality solutions often overlook these families, and even if they notice, they still don't know how to adapt, deliver, or market their housing solutions.
We want all the juniors around the world to have available options in the market to build their housing dreams. What does this mean to Junior? It means receiving good advice from a local mason at the beginning to help her understand why she needs to spend a bit more money on washed river sand. It means helping her understand why she needs to waterproof her walls so that she can prevent corrosion and make them strong in case she needs to build a second floor. It means being able to access housing microfinance loans that allow her to purchase building materials at once instead of stockpiling them over time and watching them go to waste before she can use them. It means accessing solar power and receiving advice from the local hardware store on the design and materials she will require to build her own latrine.
We want to make this a reality. How many of you have built with Habitat? Please raise your hands. We are known for building houses with volunteers. But did you know that for the last 10 years, we have partnered with 71 financial institutions to provide 3 million juniors access to housing finance? We want to build on this experience and allow Junior and many others have access to all other non-financial housing products and services. We aspire to become like the McKinsey of the base of the pyramid housing. And our approach works in two ways. One, for promising early-stage startups, we provide business acceleration services and capital investment. And two, for established firms with innovative base of the pyramid initiatives, we provide small grants for testing their innovations. And we also provide along as a business acceleration, business advisory services so that they can test their innovations.
We are trailblazers in this incremental housing market, committed to a process of learning by doing. We want to reach 1 million juniors by 2020, and we wish to partner with 50 companies to accomplish this.
If you go back one, we are working currently in 8 countries. And we are been working with 13 firms for the last 3 years, for the last year. We are working, for example, with Tough Team Technologies that sells a waterproofing system for housing. And we also have 5 investees, such as Vitaluz in Mexico, that provides pay-as-you-go solar energy for rural areas.
So we are asking for 500,000 in the next 6 months.
And these investments we will be used to work with additional 15 companies. And we also would like to understand and study housing decision-making in India, Kenya, and Peru. And finally, we'd like to invite passionate experts in the areas of policy, land, behavioral change, housing rental markets, and slums.
Will you join us in this journey of ensuring that all juniors, millions of juniors, have access to adequate housing?
Thank you.
Asante.
Hi. So your question's coming from me. I'm an experienced designer, and my curiosity is always around the user experience. I'm curious, what is Juliana's experience, and how does she access your solution?
Sorry, could you just repeat?
How is your solution accessible to Juliana? How does she go through the process of becoming a part of this, and what does the journey look like for her?
So the journey of junior experiencing what we offer is that we work with companies. As we said, we are hoping to work with 50 companies. Mm-hmm. And we offer them business advisory services, mentorship, and we also do offer capital investments. And our model is that when we work with them, we help these companies to be able to distribute their innovations, housing innovations, to the base of the pyramid for people like juniors. So our focus is, while we are targeting junior, mm-hmm. we do understand, we appreciate the market dynamics that surround junior and her understanding these products, and therefore we approach it from a market-based solution approach.
Wonderful, thank you.